Welcome to Talking Paul with Kevin, the world's first, last, and only basketball podcast with both Paul and Kevin. I'm Henry, and this is the talent. Why don't you two introduce yourselves?
I am Paul. Yep. Kevin?
Kevin, you frozen, buddy?
Oh,
No,
God.
I'm just taking it all in.
Nice. A lot to take in.
Yes.
I'm Kevin.
You guys did a
That's
great
all.
job. I was expecting sound effects, more than
I'm
a second
saving
word. You're saving your sound
Do
effects?
you want one? I can give you one.
What do you got? I know you prepared a soundboard.
That's all you get for now.
What was the second one?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
This is your A game.
I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it tonight.
You got to be ready because we're going to be talking about some of the NBA, which we haven't had in like 2 months. It's been a pretty
Sad.
dry offseason as well. I would ask what Kevin's favorite offseason storyline's been, but I have an idea. It revolves around a certain New Orleans Pelicans star.
That's
Are you familiar with the word allegedly? You're going to be using it a lot.
Oh, I'm not.
Paul, what's been your favorite or least favorite offseason storyline?
I've been following Kevin Durant very far.
Wait.
That. Oh, Kevin's gone. I'm going to finish my speech.
No,
Just what
pointing to
Kevin
him,
Durant was
like,
doing.
yeah.
I thought if he could go to the Rockets, then they could make a real team out of that. And we'll talk more about that later.
Any Kevin Durant thoughts, Kevin?
I just like seeing what this guy's going to do. I really want him to win one time with the Golden State Warriors. He makes it really hard for you to want him to do that, but I still do.
Yeah.
I've heard the story. You know, you take your Kevin Durant really seriously.
I do.
The
You
good
play
thing
just
about
like him,
Kevin.
too.
Hmm?
Oof.
I said you play just like him.
Oh, yes, of
You have-
course. We're birds
have
of a
that
feather,
knockdown-
me and Kevin Durant.
Knockdown midi.
And speaking
Yeah.
of the Kevin Durant play style, one of the things I'm hoping we can do today is draft every NBA team by how watchable we're expecting them to be or how much we're looking forward to watching them.
Ooh,
Whatever you want it
that's
to
a
be.
Good idea.
And we happened to play basketball yesterday. And since the two of you both got a lot of buckets over me, I'm going to let you two figure out how to get the first two picks. And I'll take the third pick and we'll just do a normal non-snake draft. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So how do you two want to determine? Rock, paper, scissors, or what are you thinking?
All right,
I'm
Kevin,
gonna
I'll be fair. Kevin, I'll be fair.
Okay.
I'll let you pick a number 1 or 2. I got it right now. Pick 1 or 2.
1.
You got it, Kevin. You want the first pick, Kevin?
No.
You want the second pick. So you want me to have the first pick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. I didn't
Kevin's
really
a
want the
snake,
first
by the
pick.
way. There's no
Huh?
advantage to not Kevin the first pick.
I know.
Okay.
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, I'm hoping Paul picks a team that we're not going to pick because I have an idea what he's going to pick.
No. I don't think you know. I'm not going based off what I believe. I'm going off straight at what NBA fans would watch the team as. And mine probably isn't even right. I might have a little bit of my offseason bias, but I actually picked the Houston Rockets because that is going to be the team that I'm going to have the most eyeballs on.
Yeah, I had them in my top tier. Usually the team that adds the big star gets a lot of points for me. But also, I was talking with a friend a few days ago, and he was like telling me what he's trying to ask what I think they're going to become, the Rockets, what kind of jump they're going to make. And I was like, they're going to be like a 3-4 seed, a really good team. I'm not sure like a top tier team. And he pointed out they were a 2 seed last year. And I just completely forgot. I forgot how good they were. And you look at the numbers, they have the defense. They can afford to just have him be the assassin. And
yes, that's what they
everyone
missed.
on the perimeter inside is doing the work. They signed like 3 centers in the offseason. They have what it takes to just add a professional scorer.
Yeah.
Kevin, what do you make of
Kevin,
the Houston offseason?
What do I make of the Houston Rockets? Kevin Durant is probably my third favorite basketball player to watch play, and I will be watching as many Houston Rocket games as I can, which I've never once said before in my whole life.
Well, who are your 3 favorites if he's number 3? While you
with
get an
my
answer,
first pick, I will be taking the LA Clippers in my watchability tier list.
Ooh, Clippers.
I'm very excited. I want to see my guys. I want to see Chris Paul back in
Yes.
LA.
Yes.
I want Kawhi to play more than 4 games. I'm pumped. I want Paul George to play well. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, wait, no. Paul George left. I forgot.
Paul George
I don't
is
know why
gone.
I thought I was thinking. I
And
meant
gone
James
for quite a
Harden.
bit now.
Harden.
That's okay. Quite a gamble with your first round pick.
yeah, are you a Chris Paul guy, Kevin?
I don't hate Chris Paul like a lot of people do. And he's home. I like storylines and I like narratives. So I want him to have a good time and I want him to win in LA. Me personally.
Yeah, I really hope he just plays like 14 minutes a game and they can just save him for the playoffs, because I saw he's only like 1 or 2 threes behind Paul George for like first and all-time playoff Clippers threes. I'd be really sad if he just missed out on whatever they have going, because they have a really old team. And I mean, the unction jokes, everyone's made them. You know, I have. But there's a lot to this team, and I'm really excited to see if enough of them are actually playing by the playoffs, because I'm not confident that with their current form, that they're going to have like the juice to be there. Because you don't often see Harden without like the 3-and-D guys, or you know what the team looks like with Kawhi, because they were Norman Powell reliant last year. Now he's gone for Beal, and that's less a lateral move. But it's just how old are we going to see? How old are they going to look?
Yeah, I want Beal to play well too, even though he kind of left Washington out to dry.
Yeah, it was really funny. Like, yesterday was the first time he actually embraced the Wizards in like a really long time, because Wall retired and Beal said something about it. And I didn't know if he was going to say anything publicly. It makes sense looking back. But there's been a lot of talk about whether or not Wall's going to get his number retired. And if there's a discussion about Wall, then the Beal case is like shot then, right?
Yeah, kind of. I think so.
If Wall isn't unanimous, then
not
like
the thing. There's no way Bill will get his number retired.
People turned on that guy so fast. And I'm not going to say it's for a bad reason either.
It sucks. It wasn't really his fault. Like, you take the money and run. It's part of the game. Like,
I would have done the same thing. I feel like everyone here, if we're being realistic, would have done exactly what he did. I would have left your favorite franchise out to dry so quickly if it meant getting a few $100 million. I feel like most people would, and that's completely okay.
I was so furious because he signed the contract as soon as the free agency window started. And Jokic signed like an almost identical contract. And I was at someone's house, and I was so mad because I knew that it was just going to, put a screwdriver in our tires for several years. We just got bailed that he got traded away. But if he and Jokic are on the same kind of contract, something's wrong.
Yeah. When you put it like that, yeah.
Yeah, now
all right,
making not much on the Clippers, but that's by design. It's my turn. So I will take the Denver Nuggets with my first pick.
Nice.
Because you guys know I am this isn't because he's white. I'm a Jokic guy. I'm all in. I want to see him get some more rings. I saw someone on TikTok talk about how everyone in the top 10 has to have at least 5 total between their MVPs and finals MVPs. And you do the math for me. Jokic has 3 MVPs and 1 finals MVP. One more over the top, and then unanimous top 10 talks. What else is there to say? I got to get there. I got to get to that discussion.
Yeah, he needs one more.
He needs one more, and I think he has a team to get it.
He does, definitely.
MPJ has had a really good media tour the last few weeks. Nothing bad has come from that. We're all really fortunate to hear what he has to say about
all good things,
gender roles and how to spend your money. But they were able to just allocate that money in so many important places on that roster. Like, I don't know how much gas in the tank Bruce Brown has left. He's not even 30 years old yet. But I don't know. You forget that Jokic just makes guys better, and that's a good lesson. You can take your money, but after a while, it's like, all right, how about we win some games? Because he was on like the Pelicans and the Raptors for a while, and I'm not sure those are 2 of the more winning franchises around.
Oh,
I
the
feel
Falcons.
like Cam Johnson is one of those guys that's been a low-key sleeping giant for like a contenders that need pieces. Just what he was able to do when he was on the Suns so early in his career. That's not something I'm going to forget. So I think that's a really good pickup. He doesn't shoot as well as MPJ, but everything else is better, and he's a
He
good
doesn't
shooter.
shoot as well, but like the shots MPJ takes just were never going to
It's
make
so
me feel
stupid.
good.
No,
And when he was in the playoffs and he had a bum shoulder and he had an ice pack so big it looked like there was like a sleeping sloth on his shoulder, or like one of those like
I called it a shoulder diaper. It looked like a shoulder
yeah, it looked
diaper.
ridiculous. And like I felt no different about his game. I feel like he was playing the same as he, he certainly wasn't putting the ball on the floor as he usually does, but he never really did that much. So
No, you never.
he's going to be like the real guy we look at when we're really wondering how much value Jokic adds to someone. Because you're looking at like the contract Christian Brown might sign like for an extension, and it's really nasty. And that guy is
Mm,
really good at working off of Jokic. He's really good at like cutting and some perimeter
yes.
defense, but that's like he works well because he's with Jokic. And I want to see what MPJ does because he really doesn't create as many good shots as he was expected to out of college. It's a lot of tough jumpers, and like that's the joke. He never swings the rock. But I'm really wondering what he does with Brooklyn when it's gonna be like the Wild West over there. There's either young or unchained.
Yeah,
Weird team.
it's definitely sink or swim for him. I feel like right now
Yeah,
in terms of his
and
value.
I mean, you said it's a weird team. I'm really wanting to see where they go in this draft because they are interesting. I'm not sure how fun they'll be to watch, but I am intrigued by what moves they've done.
Speaking of the draft,
Oh, please take
the
the Nets.
the second round the second round is beginning, and since it's not a snake, it's my turn. And I'm going with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Good
I think
pick.
I
I
like
didn't really know what to do with them.
I'm picking them, obviously, and they have a solid roster behind them. I'm a Terrence Shannon Jr. fan, but I'm picking them mostly just because they had the most close games last year, from what I remember watching. I swear every time I saw a Timberwolves game, it was like, all right, I'm going to watch the end of that. That's a close one. They all had a lot of good games. Some they won, some they lost. The ones they all went down the same way with Anthony Edwards shooting threes.
It's unreal that every game ends that way. And
Every time.
I couldn't believe more didn't go in. Like I feel like it was a
He
coin
missed a
flip
lot.
every time.
Yes. I was surprised that that's like I feel like he should be a dude that's attacking the paint at that time of the game. But if he's really going to be that reliant on his three and he thinks he can go in, it's more open and easier. He's tired at that point. I understand it, but maybe build some resilience. He's still going into his prime soon. But that's a team I'm going to love watching this year.
Yeah. Kevin, any Rudy Gobert thoughts?
Oh, young Gobert.
Young
I think
Gobert.
I think he's very tall, and I think he's uh, very. What's between handsome and ugly?
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert. I think he's
Um,
just fine. Let me put it that way. I think he'll. I think as a player, he's going to continue doing exactly what he's been doing this whole time, and it'll be fine, and it'll be good.
I wish he had more friends in the league, but then I don't know. He subscribes to some opinions that I don't think the rest of us would. I'm not sure how he feels about vaccines, and that's not even a COVID joke. That's like a current whatever he thinks on his Instagram story kind of remark.
He's
Yeah, Timberwolves are going to be good. I think they're sort of like they've been like the forgotten team towards the top of the West because the conference is really changing,
Yeah.
and the good teams are getting better, and even the bad teams are getting slightly better. I'm looking forward to what Ant does because every year he comes back with something different. Like someone pointed out that he used to just rely on the midi a lot, and then he just figured out that threes are worth more than twos. Started just shooting way more of those and just completely replaced the long twos with the threes. And there's like not much balance in his game, if that makes much sense, with how he prioritizes his shots. It's like when Tatum, your boy Tatum, he went away from the midi game for a few years there, and like sort of went back last year.
He did
OJT.
sort of go back last year, and that
I
was
miss
one of the
him.
additions to the game. He'll be back earlier than everyone thinks. Don't you guys worry.
Is he making it
He's
back
the
for
Iron
the
Man. I
playoffs
believe that.
He'll be back by All-Star break.
or the
He'll be
Celtics
able
making
to
the
play.
playoffs?
Well,
If he comes back by the All-Star break, I think they will.
Well, I don't know if he'll be back. He'll be ready to play by then. I don't know if they will play him. We'll see what happens. They might be stinky poo. But
I love Jason Tatum.
oh, well, he's the best.
He is.
All right.
Kevin, you're on
Who's
the
got the next pick? Is it Kevin?
It's Kevin.
Is it me? You're gonna learn this as we go down this draft. I am not one. I very much so watch teams, not for the team dynamic. I just want to see players who I like to watch play individually. I don't care how good your team is. I just want to watch guys who I like watching.
Kevin, before you pick, how much did you prepare for this?
None.
I was afraid you were
told
going
me
to say that. I was afraid you were going to say that because, Paul, have you ever had to draft with Kevin before? You ever had to do this sort of exercise with him before?
I almost had an ultimatum first pick.
We we didn't tell Kevin in advance purposefully. I remember.
Yeah, but he saw me preparing something on Monday, and
he didn't. Yeah.
And he.
I've been in fantasy drafts with Kevin before, but I've never been in person with him.
And you wonder even then if he's in the shower or actually.
I've never once prepared for a fantasy draft.
Well, how much can you prepare? I mean, it's like
exactly. You don't know who people are going to take.
It's not fantasy football. There's not as much preparing you can do. But Paul, what I was going to say is, the draft's just starting, but Kevin, I wouldn't call Kevin. You referred to a sleeping giant earlier. Kevin's not a sleeping giant. He's better at drafting than you think. There was one time, me and Kevin last summer, we were trying to get into like buying rings. We were trying to be ring guys. We were trying to be accessory guys. Yeah. And we bought a 24-pack of rings for like $16.
The kind that turned your finger green.
And we're so cheap. Yeah. Remember, we split it in half, the cost. Like neither one of us just ate it. We split it in half. And
we did, yeah.
We laid we laid all the rings out on a table. We sat across from each other like playing chess, and we drafted who got what ring. And it was horrible. I realized halfway through he was beating me, and because I tried to read him, and he left me like I was trying to leave a good ring for later, but he read my mind and he took a ring I wanted, and I got left with this really stupid green ring I didn't want. It's like,
oh, you didn't want the green ring?
They're all silver. And there's one that's silver, but it has this massive, like, emerald, stupid stone right in the middle. And most of the rings, like, they're probably fake. Most of them look real. It does not look real. And I tried to tell Kevin, you have to get this ring. This is much more of a ring that you would have than I would have. And he wouldn't trade with me. We didn't do any trades. And it was a horrible feeling realizing midway through a draft, you're losing and you're not going to win. It's both points.
I had some real mercy drafts that time near the very end where I was like, this guy has no good rings right now.
You knew? I didn't know you knew.
No, you were like, I could see you floundering, and I was like, this is not good for this poor guy. I was like, we split the cost. I feel like you should have at least a few good
green ring. We did the math, and I realized because you picked first, and I realized I was going to get it. Because I was saying like, you sure you don't want the green ring, and you didn't bite. And after that, I knew I had no cards left to play.
I was like, I absolutely do not want that green ring.
Hopefully, I don't make the scaredy face this time because you're about to pick, and I'm sort of frightened of what you're going to do.
Well, actually, you know what?
What do I know?
A smart man might pick a team like the Spurs here. I am not going to do that.
I knew it.
Instead, I'm going to pick the evil team, and I'm going to pick the Dallas Mavericks so I can watch Cooper Flagg and maybe Anthony Davis play basketball.
Maybe Kyrie.
It's so sad just watching all of the Luka to Flagg edits on TikTok.
Let me add, Henry, that speech you gave worked out perfectly because you're getting your boy Victor right here. If you didn't give that little rings recant about that draft, he was taking the Spurs.
Wow, did I just finally turn Kevin into a mental midget?
Yeah, you mental midget him.
Oh no, Kevin wasn't going to take the Spurs. He doesn't like Wembanyama. He's the world's foremost and sole Wembanyama hater. Like
I do it out of necessity though, because everyone loves him.
I understand.
If I don't hate him, then no one will. Like,
Paul,
he's
you understand?
awesome. He's awesome. He's the best. but I can't like him
I understand
because
that.
if I don't hate him,
Nobody hates him.
then no one will.
I need to see
He's
some
so
hate
awesome,
of
dude.
every
Oh my
players on
god,
the
he's so
internet.
awesome. It's a hard life. It's a
I'm
hard
glad.
life trying as hard as you can to
I'm glad
dislike
when
Wembanyama.
I'm glad when Shea started getting hated on, so I knew I could chill out because now I like him. But
Mm.
they all need hate at some point. If nobody's hating on
Yeah.
them, it's gotta be.
As soon as people switch up on Wemby, then I'll be right back with him.
Exactly.
Well, Kevin, you turn on SGA. I watched you during the finals game 7.
He's. I just can't like watching him play basketball just makes me upset.
Free throw drawings, that's the thing. Like, it's part of it. It's part of it. And like, I think the problem was he was getting really fouled, but the problem was they weren't calling him the other way.
They weren't.
Yeah.
That's part of it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think because I think I have to take the Spurs here. Because if I don't,
Oh, I
one of
would.
you's gonna get him right after. So this is the business play. I'm taking the Spurs.
That's a good pick.
They're
I
a good
don't even
pick, but I was
think-
trying to, they're not my only pick. I have other plans. I'm trying to figure out like how does Kevin not get the better of me again? I'm perfectly fine taking it. Wemby's going to be a down the ballot MVP guy. I'm not sure he's going to be in the top 3 or win, but he's going to make it interesting. Usually they don't give it to people if they're out of the top 3 or 4 of the Western standings, and it's going to be really hard to be in that high part of the Western standings. But he's going to make it interesting. He's already maybe a top 5 guy in the league. He's going to win DPOY. And we're going to see what else he does from there. And I really want to see how their rotation works out because it seems to me that 3 of their 6 or 7 best guys all play the exact same position. And I really want to see how the Fox, Castle, and Dylan Harper rotation works out.
It'll be fun. It will be fun. A smart man would have picked that team.
Paul, you made a face. What are your thoughts on the Spurs?
I agree with you. They all kind of the same position, kind of point. I don't like how they're just like, okay, we got Wemby. Now let's just find another star to throw on the team. I feel like it's more about matching for your players. And truthfully, I don't really know who would match with Wemby. So if they're just using this to like try and feel it out to see who works well with him, I can agree with that. But I just wish there was more. Maybe it's Devin Vassell, man. I like him. He's a bucket getter. How old is he? What's he like, 24, 25? I remember he was.
I think he was in the
when he was
2020 draft.
I thought he was a little, maybe like because I remember either my sophomore or junior year.
I think he was one of the guys picked. I think he might have been the guy picked
like,
right before Tyrese Halliburton.
So he's like 26.
So I'd put him at about 25, 26. He's on the Spurs a while. I mean, they've just been collecting these good, not great prospects for a while. And
That's what I'm
the
saying.
longer they go, the more clear it becomes that, they aren't viable starters. Like, remember Keldon Johnson? He was on the Olympic basketball team in 2020.
Remember Keldon Johnson? I was high on Keldon Johnson. I still think that he could be a good player. And that's like my trap with all these Spurs players is like
I like his jumper.
It's going to be hard to develop these guys now that you have Wemby also.
It accelerates the timetable. And they had to pay Fox immediately. And I don't know who you're betting against.
It's just it's a weird situation. I don't really know what to feel about it. I know I have the next pick. And with that next pick, I'm going to go heading. I think maybe this is the first Eastern Conference. Has anyone taken an Eastern Conference team yet?
We've taken 6 Western teams.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm going to take the Magic.
Oh, good pick.
Ooh. Thank you. I love
I didn't see that
Paolo.
move coming.
Yeah, I wanted to get a little East and West, get a little on both sides.
Well, you know the Magic.
Cold.
The Celtics played them in the first round.
Yes. That was a 5? 5 or 6?
5.
Yeah, 5. It was a good series. I thought what they lacked in 3-point shooting, they gained with Desmond Bane. I wish that they had another younger player that was hurt out in that series. Was that Suggs or was that
Yeah, Suggs was missing for like the whole back end of the year.
That's a really vital piece that they need.
Suggs is good.
Just because like they had no shooting, they could not shoot the ball. It was their problem. They were playing great individual strands of defense. Sometimes they would loosen up a little bit. And it was when they were missing shots and they couldn't get anything offensively, couldn't start any momentum, and it made their defense worse. I think Desmond Bain, dude's a good pickup. Obviously, he's not a superstar. He's a Crest All-Star player, but he hits them threes, and that's what you need. And Paolo's a star. He's going to keep getting better.
They added Desmond Bain and Tyus Jones to their backcourt, and they didn't really have any NBA guards last year.
Yeah,
they had Cole Anthony, who just wasn't that, and now they
I
have
like
someone
Cole
who can
Anthony.
handle the ball and just be someone who can play at the end of these close games and actually be a threat to hit a jumper.
Yep.
Kevin, you're on the clock. It's just like when we're playing Uno.
No. It's not my turn.
It's your turn, Kevin.
Kevin, it's your up.
No.
Time for Kevin to Google the name of every NBA team so you can find his.
I'm gonna take the Washington Wizards.
For real?
No.
Oh. You have to have
The
a
Washington
stomach of stone.
Wizards.
What'd you say, Henry?
You have to have a real strong stomach to watch Wizards basketball. Like, either you're a fan of just the way basketball is played, as very, like, you like college basketball where shots don't go in. Like, you have to be a fan of that to watch the Wizards, or a fan
Who
of
wants
like,
to watch
NBA
the
draft.
basketball go in?
You would love the DMV.
I do.
It's like hooping at an outdoor rim with the double.
Oh yeah. I'm going to pick with my next pick even though I don't think they're going to be great. In fact, I don't think they're going to be very good. But I am going to take the LA Lakers because I mentioned earlier that Kevin Durant is in my top 3 favorite players to watch. Luka Doncic is also in that top 3, but above Kevin Durant. So I just want to watch him play. I feel like the basketball that's going to be played might not be the best, but I just want to watch it. I'm going to be invested. I want to see how it goes down. I want to see how Luka looks the exact same this season as he does last season, even though he got skinny for 2 months in the offseason. History will repeat itself. I'm going to say he'll be the MVP, even though he probably won't be, like I have the last 6 years.
This is the first year I didn't put them in my S tier. In a few years. I'm always excited to watch LeBron.
You are.
I love LeBron.
I like watching Luka too, but I don't know. Like, there's so many guys in this roster I just don't like very much. And like, watching after they added Luka, they had this stretch of like a month where they were awesome defensively and they were just try-harding everywhere. The offense wasn't as clean as everyone thought. Like, Luka was hitting his threes, but he wasn't really finishing downhill. They didn't have like the big for him to bounce off of in the pick and roll. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be there. I've still put them in my A tier. I'm gonna be there to watch, but I don't know. Like, LeBron and Luka have some stuff to figure out. I don't know if it can be figured out because LeBron seems like his time is sort of running out in LA, and Reeves is also there, and there's 3 ball handlers, and none of them really play any kind of consistent defense, even if LeBron can turn it on for moments here. I will watch to see if JJ Redick starts ripping his hair out, because there's some guys in this team that I just know are going to piss him off so bad.
I would be shocked if he didn't end the season with noticeably more gray hairs than he starts it with. I feel like we're going to see an actual physical difference.
He looks too good for an NBA coach.
Yeah, he needs to be stressed out more.
You can't look like a male model and be manning those sidelines and yelling, and your neck vein is popping.
He's very handsome. He's a very handsome man.
He's a handsome guy. I wonder how he'd look in the suits of old when the coaches look like coaches.
He'd rock a suit.
He's going to start stress eating. He'll be looking like Van Gundy any day now.
I don't know which Van Gundy you're referring to. I'm assuming Stan, but it'd be funny if you were talking about Jeff. And he just
No, I was talking about Stan. Don't you worry. The acclaimed Pelicans coach, Stan Van Gundy.
Well, you're a Pelicans guy. You know all the Pelicans factoids.
You just wait till my next draft pick.
Oh God!
What if I take the Pelicans right now? I'm on the clock.
You can't do that. You can't do that, dude.
It's okay. I don't want them. I will take the New York Knicks. I was glad they fell to me. I think the Eastern the Western Eastern bias really helped me here because there's been half
Yeah.
the teams in the West are already gone. I will gladly take the Knicks because I think, some people aren't the biggest fans of their defense. And I think they added in the offseason. Some people are not quite so bullish on the pieces they added. They come back with Jordan Clarkson and Yabusele. And that's not going to win everyone over. Those aren't like exactly like rotation difference makers. But I think another year of the Eastern Conference finalists in a conference that lacks most of the good teams that we're used to is going to be really interesting. And I still think Brunson's the man. I unfortunately think he's better than Curry. Our dear friend Justin really disagrees with me on that. I can tell Kevin does too. But I am in on this team. I'm in the Knicks. I have bought all my Knicks stock, and I think they can make it as far or farther this season. I think they're
You're
really
lucky
good.
I didn't have my soundboard pulled up. You're
Why did you
lucky.
have your soundboard pulled up? What kind of sound would you have played?
Let's see. 1 second. Oh, this is.
Paul, what are your Knicks thoughts? You sold in the Knicks, or is it just me?
It's more you than me. Right now, I disagree with you with the Curry thing. I understand where you're coming from, and I get the Jalen Brunson hype. But dude, I understand what I'm about to say isn't like, yeah, Curry can't play defense, but Jalen Brunson is like bad. I'm sorry, and it makes his like all around playoff production bad. I'm sorry. And it was supposed to be attacked in the second round. They did a great job of making sure Tatum never got a one-on-one with Jalen Brunson. That was something you saw none of in that second round that you saw all in the regular season. They were able to hide his defense to get him to the conference finals, and they lost. But I think they can make another conference finals. Finals would be tough. Jay Clark is a great addition. Mike Brown, old coach of the year, the old "you're going to get fired in 4 years" award. Love it.
Yeah, it's the kiss of death. And I'm curious to see how he deals with the defense because I think Brunson got by because he wasn't the biggest defensive target. Cat was a bigger target, and I think that went a long way in not being the guy with who you want to go at first. I think just being a bad defensive guard, you can get away with if you're like an incredible offensive player.
Yeah.
If you're Cat, you really can't play center. Big minutes in the playoffs. Like that's why Mitchell Robinson started starting in the conference finals because after a while you're like, this guy's just a big forward who plays like a center on offense and a forward on defense. You just don't want that guy to have to make the extra read on offense and step up in the
Yeah, I agree with that because you can just kind of like put Brunson in a corner on someone and you can hide him there. Pat was involved in like all the screening.
Yeah, it's how
really
Curry's sort of gotten to age more gracefully. It's like, less responsibility you have, less tired you're going to be.
Absolutely.
But it's your pick. What are you thinking? You get to start the fourth round now.
Oof. Let me look back. Let me see. I'm thinking I'll make the one pick just because. But no. I think I'm going to take. You know what? I'm going to take the Celtics. Give me them before anyone else takes them. Just to make sure you guys don't mess with me. I listened to your story about the rings, and I could see it in your eyes. You're gonna mess with me. So I'm taking them before anyone else does.
Have them.
Yeah, same thing I said about the Knicks and Lakers when you picked them.
I asked you earlier, which new Celtic are you most looking forward to watching?
No, Luka Garza.
Luka Garza. Is he gonna start?
I hope. Maybe not the second. They might start that second rounder who we have to like put all of our trust into. Apparently, we don't really know who our center. We don't have one. But Luka Garza, I hope they start him because I think he's fun. I'm a big fan of G League goats.
That's right. Yeah, and I think he won College Player of the Year too.
At Iowa, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I liked him on the Wolves, and I'm looking forward to watching. I don't know, not looking forward to, but it's going to be really strange watching like Derek White and Jaylen Brown, who I recognize from when the Celtics were like the best team,
Be like
on a play-in team.
Yeah, ew.
Like, are they a play-in team? Like, do they make the play-in?
I think initial thoughts are like the 6th seed. That's just the first one that is put in my head. But that might not happen. They might not even be a play-in team.
I don't know, this
They
roster's
might
bad.
be like an 11 seed.
Like the
There's
Raptors
no
would be
way
better.
they're an 11 seed. The bottom of that East is just so disgusting for a team with Jaylen Brown not to. Like, come on. They still got a decent team. It's Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. Kevin, what are you thinking?
Let me double check something real quick. It'll take less than a moment. I got to make sure a trade happened.
Henry,
I'm
what's
90% sure happened.
Henry, what's Jaylen Brown going to average this year?
His numbers are probably going to stay the same. I'm assuming. It's a matter of like, are his numbers going to scale up to fill the gaps?
Match production.
Yeah, like, but I'm not sure that it's going to be that proportionate. I'm not sure he can hold up long term as like the one, like the main guy every night. Like I'm thinking about in the playoffs, and this is a small sample size. In the playoffs, he was the guy in games 5 and 6, and I think he was pretty good in game 5. But in game 6, he fouled out, and I'm not saying he's going to foul out every other game this year, but I just don't trust on a night-to-night basis. So I'd assume a bucket more than what he's doing now. I'm not thinking he's going to make a huge jump.
22, 6 boards, and like 4.5 assists.
I was going to guess like 21. So I'm assuming he's at 22 or 23.
Yeah, next
With
season.
my next pick, I am taking the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's a good pick.
Yes.
What excites you about the Cavs?
I want to watch Donovan Mitchell. I want to watch Lonzo Ball. A little bit of Darius Garland. I want to watch it all. I'm excited to have Lonzo Ball back for a whole season, unless he explodes his knee again, which he's out of those big baller shoes, so I don't think that'll be a problem anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how they play. I think they're going to be good.
If Lonzo weren't in Cleveland, would you have still picked this team?
I would have picked them maybe a spot lower.
Okay.
But you know I've been a Lonzo guy for years.
No, I totally know. I'm not surprised at all that, looking back, I figured you were gonna end up with one or both of the teams with the Ball brothers on them. So this makes complete sense.
I will likely only end up with one of the teams with the Ball brothers on them.
And you never know. We got a lot of draft left.
We do have a lot of draft. Yeah. I'm not above taking Charlotte at some point, but we're gonna have to see. But no, I will take the Cavaliers here.
I was wondering when they were gonna fall because they play a good brand of basketball, but it's not always the most exciting to everyone.
Yeah,
they play deep and they play up to their opponents, and it's fun to watch. They're almost. I mean, there's all the teams we've taken so far. I'm looking forward to watching, but I was really wondering if you guys were on that kind of wavelength, and I'm glad you are.
I think they'll be perfectly fine to watch. To be honest, I don't think they'll be boring. Yeah.
Odds are they'll be the 1 seed again because
they probably will.
It's them. You can make cases for the Knicks, the Magic, the Pistons. Like it's either they completely fall off and they go crazy off of after last year's playoff exit, or they probably look themselves in the mirror and say this is probably a fluke. Whatever the Pacers were in the playoffs, you definitely won't see that this season because there's no Halliburton, and also you're just not going to see that kind of team that often. So you might as well just tweak on the sides and assume we won't do that again. Does that make sense? If I'm them, just right the ship. Don't do the crazy trade yet, especially after you have the breakout season.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell's that bad of a playoff performer to have to do something drastic yet. You just need the stars to align.
I agree.
It could happen.
Yeah, which I feel like every team needs that to happen. So
every team has a bit of luck in their run. Henry, are you ready? You got your pick?
I am ready because you guys were on the topic of guys who we like in the playoffs, like Donovan Mitchell. I have a guy who you guys might like in the playoffs and might not because I'm picking the Hawks.
Nice.
And it goes against some things I've said in the past because I have a history of not liking watching Trae Young play basketball, but I think this team is going to be fascinating because this is the classic first year of a team looking to make the extra step. They were active in the offseason. They added my buddy, Kristaps Porzingis
Oh,
from
yes.
our two
Love,
teams.
love me some Tingus.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. I'm looking forward to white guy shooter Luke Kennard. I'm looking forward to 3-and-D guy Nickeil Alexander-Walker all joining the team at once. I'm looking forward to
Nikhil.
Jalen Johnson coming back. I'm looking forward to most
It's
improved
gonna be a good
player
team.
nominee. I can't remember if he won it. I think he won most improved player, Dyson Daniels. Because I think the team just realized last year that the best version of them going forward was surrounding Trey with all these defensive-minded wings who
Yep.
maybe aren't the best shooters, but if you just get Trae Young to move the ball and just commit to not like a role, but a system that isn't just him taking every 30-footer he sees, then the team can be really interesting in the sense that
It's
now you can emphasize depth and not, a one-man shooting show.
it's a funny team because I think it's gonna be run by Trey, like with his toes or with his heels on the logo, getting a screen from Porzingis all the way at the top, and the rest of it's just two in the corner, one person in a wing, ready to shoot a three or cut, and then we'll see how they do a pick and roll or a pop from all the way at the top because Porzingis loves setting those high screen and rolls, and Trey can operate anywhere from logo to three to the bucket. And it's going to be a fun duo that they're going to have. And I think they have just so many great players around them that need to work on their 3-point shot a little bit.
It'll be the
I have
highest pick and pop like ever.
I have an
Because
uneducated opinion that I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to play very well for this team. I have a
I think he
feeling.
could. I think he
I have
could.
a feeling.
Trae Young
Yeah.
backup. Maybe not the point guard Trae Young is, but I don't know, just inviting more defense, and he can actually sort of shoot, unlike some of the guys we've named earlier.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
They
He has
can,
an
for all we
excellent name.
know.
He has an excellent name. Let me tell you that much.
It's a great name.
Do you like guys with two last
Nickeil
names, Kevin?
Alexander-Walker.
I'm glad you
That's a good
do.
name.
I like his game. More defense, just emphasize more depth. I just like the idea because the East is open. Why not? They made it to
Why
the
not?
conference finals before. Why not do it again if you can?
Magic happens.
Magic
All
happens.
right. Does that mean it's my turn now?
Yes, it does.
Now
Back-
I'm gonna go Detroit Pistons.
I figured they were going to go with the Eastern floodgates opened.
Yep. Obviously I love Cade. I'm in this draft trying to get some younger people, get some young stars that are blossoming that can really lead their team because that's they could make it to a conference finals this year. I don't think they will. They're not my pick to do it.
Anyone could, yeah.
Anyone could. They got a nice little squad, and I love the game.
Sure. Every year there's that team that makes the conference finals that makes you really wonder how sustainable it is. The Pacers were a bit of an exception because they did it twice, but it looked like it was them after the 2024 playoffs. And 2023, it looked like it could have been multiple teams. It looked like it was like the Lakers that year or the Heat. 2022, it was the Mavs with Luka the first time he made it that far. 2020 was the Hawks again. Like it could be like any team. It's easier to get hot for 2 rounds than 3, as dumb as that sounds. Like the weird team that makes the finals is going to be rarer than the weird team that makes the conference finals, and there's one all the time. So I like the pick. I think Cade might make the MVP leap. It could happen. He's already forcing the him or Ant conversations, and I think those are already fascinating enough. So I'm really wondering how he does with after that first year of looking like he really is the guy. We all knew it could happen, but we got to see it.
Yes. All right, Kevin.
With my next pick, I will take the Golden State Warriors.
Good pick.
Yes.
Fascinating.
I want to watch my guy Jimmy. I want to watch Steph Curry, who is better than Jalen Brunson. I want it all.
Post. Brunson will be better in a year.
Yeah, probably.
A year or two. I like the Warriors. I really do. I think that the streak that they had. I'm a Jimmy Butler truther. I think that he can always pull a rabbit out of his hat. Are they going to make it to the finals? No. Are they going to be a fun team to watch? Maybe.
I hope so.
I think a 5th-round draft pick fits the Warriors.
They'll be fun to watch. They're always fun to watch with Curry. But I really do. Kevin, do you know how many offseason moves they've made?
Not
It
a
rhymes with
lot.
0.
They haven't made a single offseason move yet.
As a guy who hasn't prepared for this,
has been holding them up.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a guy who hasn't prepared for this at all, even I knew that they had done relatively nothing.
No, and they're going to do stuff once they started the Kuminga thing. They got Horford waiting to sign with them, I think. But I don't know. It's become not the saddest storyline in the league, but it's a weird mixture of sad and desperate because it's a problem of their own doing. They were the ones who tried to straddle 2 timelines, trying to develop young guys while building on the championship window. And now they're stuck with a 7th overall pick who they don't really like that much because it doesn't really fit what they do. And they're trying to trade him to the Kings or the Suns. I don't know. Those 2 teams don't sound like a place that most players would want to go in their current states. Have you put on a watch for every couple minutes? You have like 3 watches on.
It's true. I ran out of watches, though. This is as good as it gets.
This is as good as it gets. You are correct.
What time is it? I don't know.
With my next pick, I will take the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, I was hoping that it was gonna pass a couple more so I could snag them because that's a team that obviously is going to be watchable. It's just the problem with them is it was never close at the end, and it was
that's
just so
what holds them back.
watch.
They struggle from being too good in an exercise like this.
Yes, and I think they'll have a drop off. They have to, right? There's no way they're that good again. That'd be insane if they were.
I mean, they had one of the 10 best records ever. I think they're probably going to slip a bit, especially.
Yeah.
Not every team succumbs to the hangover, but
no,
it's just a fact. It's hard to sustain winning in the high 60s back-to-back years.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a good team regardless, though. They're going to be a contender no matter what, unless injuries.
I'm most interested to see what they do with the center rotation and with their young guys because they're going to have 2 basically rookies they're going to try to add to the rotation. They drafted a guy named Nikola Topic 2 summers ago who tore his ACL like right before the draft. So he missed the whole season. And he's like, another point guard they can actually use off the bench, which they didn't have in the playoffs, noticeably enough. And they also drafted a center who I wanted right at the end of the lottery or right when the lottery ended, Thomas Sorber. And he is probably the heir apparent to the Hartenstein role where he's going to be the big who can make some of those shots, make some of those passes, but of course on a cheaper rookie contract instead of whatever Hartenstein's going to command in a few years.
Yeah. Be a pretty penny, which will be worth it.
Yeah, but I'll still take the Thunder because they play good enough basketball that even if the game isn't close, I just like to watch them operate, whether it's on defense or offense. They're just there's not a whole lot of teams that can make magic with that many defensive players. So I'm on them.
Yep. Now, it's gotten to the point in the draft. There's not as many teams that you would love to turn on.
They're all Eastern teams.
Thursday night. Yes. Are we done with the West? No, we still have the Pelicans. Don't worry, Kevin. But the team I'm going to take, also in the West, I'm going to take the Memphis Grizzlies. They were always a team that I like to watch throughout the year. Ja, electric. I don't like Jaren Jackson Jr. that much. I think he's a good player, but he's not like watchable. He's Jaren Jackson Jr. He's cool. He's a great player, but it's not like anything exciting. There's some good young players, but Ja's the main reason I picked this team.
They were one of my favorite players to watch last year, and then something happened, and they just fell off a cliff, and they started to sort of bum me out. The vibes just looked bad on the court, and I like them for all of the role guys they develop. They're just really good at just finding these guys in the draft. So anytime they draft a guy, I'm always interested just automatically. But then just started losing games, and it got so nasty after the All-Star break, and they lost their first-round pick, and it was – I don't know, it didn't turn me off, but they were so much lower in these rankings than they were last year for me.
Yeah, that makes sense, but I like watching Ja.
I like watching Ja. I hope he goes back to dunking a bit more, but I totally understand the business decision of not dunking as much. Kevin, Kevin, any Zach Edey thoughts?
I am in on Zach Edey still. I think he's doing his best, and I think that's all that matters.
I'm in on him too. I got to be honest, and I wasn't for a while, but before the last draft in 2024, I feel like it was one of those things where even though he wasn't a top prospect, he wasn't favored to go at the top part of the lottery. But I
Yeah,
feel like he's
and
one of those
like
guys where he's memorable, where you got to have a stand on him. Looking back,
yeah,
people are going to ask,
and he
"What were your
did
thoughts on Zach Edey?" You got to know.
he did fine too. As like like it was his first year in the league, and I think he played admirable.
He did. The
He
fans
has
hated
room
him,
for
but he played all
improvement,
right.
but it was his freshman season. Like I feel like I don't want to say there's only I don't want to jinx him and say like it's only up from here, but like playing serviceably your first year in the league, like getting real playoff minutes, that's like, it's a big deal.
E.G. Jackson.
Oh yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how he fits. The sophomore season, the role wasn't as clearly there as it was because the team was trying to win this year round as opposed to the 2024 season. But he can score, man.
It's true.
All right, Kevin.
All right. Speaking
6.
of big men of Asian descent, with
Mhm.
my next pick, I'm going to take the Portland Trailblazers.
Good pick.
I want to watch
Nice.
Dame, and I want to watch my guy, Hansen, quite frankly.
That's gonna be a sneaky defensive team. They got Tumani Kamara. They got Drew Holiday if they end up keeping him. Obviously,
Klingen.
coming back. Donovan Klingen. That's gonna be it's gonna be an interesting team to watch. See if they're good or not. I think they're gonna be sneaky.
They a little scoot.
Scoot.
And Dame on the sideline.
Sideline. Crutching around.
Dame.
That's a good pick. And they're one of I want to see if there's a young team every year that makes the step, and I want to see if it's them.
I would love for it to be them. They got Dinky. They got little Denny. Little Denny Avdia.
You know,
I
he
have a
averaged
soft
8
spot for
assists
that
per
guy.
game last year.
What was that?
You know, Denny averaged 8 assists per game last year.
You know what? That doesn't even surprise me that much.
It shouldn't have surprised me, but it did.
I mean, given the team he was on, it's not like he.
The Blazers weren't that bad though, even last year. Like they made one of those
Yeah.
springtime runs that no one will ever respect, where their defense
Yeah.
is locked in. There's something there. We're talking about whether or not to believe in a defense, and you're naming good defensive players, then there's reason to believe.
Yeah, I would also just really like for them to be good. I think it's high time that they are.
I agree. That was a good pick. I was probably going to pick them next.
Good pick, Kevin.
Instead, I will pick. I'll do Kevin a favor here. I will take the Indiana Pacers.
All right.
Because
Yeah,
I think there's a chance
that's a good pick.
they are almost as good last year again.
Really?
A chance. The conference is
with-
worse, and they just keep the same band of dudes together year in and year out. They didn't make really any rotational changes between seasons. The only real difference in their playoff rotation was they had a Matherin back this last year after not really having him in the playoffs. So I think they know how to win by platoon, and those teams always really excite me. The teams that they're
Yeah.
like, that's why I like the Memphis Grizzlies last year, just because Ja wasn't always there, and when you throw these
They
different
find other
lineups,
ways.
not every team's going to be ready for everything you have to show. And I also want to see if Nemhard takes the alleged jump that everyone's sort of assuming he's.
Yeah, that Nemhard jump is definitely questionable.
It's more theoretical than tangible, that's for
Yes.
sure. But I
I've
want to
been hearing
see because
people
I
say
drafted with fantasy basketball. And I saw no kind of jump, and I was
No,
bummed because I invested early, and
it did.
I hope I find out I invested early instead of just finding out I made a bad investment.
Streets are calling him the next Jalen Brunson.
It's like it's the same as calling any short, athletic NBA prospect who can dunk and shoot threes Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
So easy. Doesn't matter
so
if you're
easy.
wrong. It's easy to make.
I'm right.
You're right, and you're also on the board.
I am on the board. And with this pick, I'm going to teach Kevin a little lesson. I'm going to take the Pelicans.
I was gonna pick them next. That was my next team.
I know they were.
It's the seventh round, buddy. You're running out of chances.
It wouldn't have even been a horrible. It would have been a solid pick you made there, Kevin. Because I don't think it's a bad pick I made right here. They're kind of, one of the last. They're right around where I would have ended up picking them. Not too much to offer. We'll see who plays for them. Obviously, no more Brandon Ingram, which makes an effect on how much I wanted to watch them. I like Bi.
Wait, where'd he go?
Raptors.
Toronto.
He's on the
he got traded
Raptors.
mid-season.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
I'm interested in the Pelicans, but almost just to see how they navigate the rotation. Just because they're like what I was wondering about with the Cavs last year, where they just have so many guys who cross over. Like between Poole and Fears and then Queen and Zion, I really want to see how the rookies actually slot into last year's rotation.
Yeah. I still like how much is DeJounte Murray gonna play? I feel like he's injured. Is he injured right now?
Yeah, he tore his knee up last
So
year.
we're gonna see a lot
he'll
of
be back
minutes.
towards the start of the season, I think.
Start of the season? Okay. Trey Murphy still. No
He
more
did not make
CJ.
it deep into the season.
No. Interesting. Yeah, this isn't gonna be a great team to watch. Pool's fun.
I'm in on Poole. I really want to see what he does. I already miss him in DC. I hope he gets his shots up, and I hope the cursed Pelicans don't end up with him also ripping his knee.
It's gonna be a poo party.
Poo party.
Well, speaking of poo, I think you're up next. I mean, you have the most poo experience of the bunch of us, right?
You shut your goddamn mouth. Anyways, with my next pick, speaking of poo, I will take the Washington Wizards.
Oh, no!
Yay!
They're my team. I'll actually get to watch them play basketball in person. I'll get to watch them lose again in person.
Damn it.
And you know what? I'm going to have a great time doing it.
I was just looking at my list because I had the Wizards in my top tier, but I knew I could get them later.
Nope.
Kevin, you got me again.
I'm going to have a great time watching the Wizards lose basketball games. And that's okay. I want to see our new guys. I want to see them in person. I have money to get food there now if I want to get food while I watch. I'm excited.
Anyone in particular you're looking forward to watching? Little bub.
I was gonna say Lil Bub. I want to watch Bub. I want to watch Alex Sarr. I'm very curious to see how Alex Sarr plays this season.
I'm interested.
Yeah. I want him to take an offensive jump. I don't think he will, but I would really love for that to happen.
We got to shoot higher than 40% from the field of the center.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can't be doing if you're 7 feet tall, we got to use our body a bit more often. That's it. I just want to see him use his body more often.
Dude, there's a chat on this website. Hold on.
Oh God. And draft over. While he cooks that up, you want?
Yeah, Kevin has said butts, poop, and balls so far. I'll give you further updates while I pick. I think I'm up, right? I think I'm up, yeah.
Yes.
I am taking... Oh, am I really going to do this?
Yeah, I know, right?
Nothing will feel good from here on, just so you know.
I'm taking the Sixers.
Taking the Sixers?
Okay.
It's a team that has never aligned on my watchability charts as it has... Oh, I can't say that word Kevin said. Is that... Oh, man. I'm taking the Sixers, who I've avoided in the past, just because it's not that I'm not just the biggest Embiid guy. I just never knew what I was getting. And now that I see their pool of young guards, I'm in. I'm fascinated by VJ Edgecombe. I'm in on Jared McCain. You know, we all know who Maxey is. They got
This is good.
Grimes, got Quentin Grimes. I'm in on all those guys. I want to see how the balance works out, and I want to see who pops.
I love how we got some Embiid propaganda this summer with that ESPN article. I forget who the name of the writer was.
It wasn't.
But
It was almost better. It was. I don't think it was propaganda because it seemed genuine. Maybe that means I got by the propaganda machine.
yeah, you got, buddy. No,
Maybe it means
it,
I
it
got.
I meant it more as a joke by saying propaganda, but
It was a good article.
I was saying propaganda because it did not work, and nobody is high on Embiid still. That's kind of the point I was going.
That's the thing. That's what makes the if Embiid were playing his usual, not even usual amount of games. I guess, however, like even 50, I think this would feel like such a better choice. But I'm not sure he cracked 20 last year, and this team could have one All-Star or like 4, and
Yes,
neither would really surprise me.
Interesting. It's very interesting. All right. Well, I don't know.
9 teams left.
19. I know the other two are going to. So I'm gonna take a gamble, and I'm gonna take the Milwaukee Bucks.
I was actually, as you were saying, I'm going to take a gamble. I was looking at my list because the 9 teams that haven't been picked yet are the 9 teams I have in my bottom 2 tiers, and the Bucks are definitely the best team here.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, I like the how good do you think they're going to be this year?
Dude, I don't like off rip. I think they're going to not be good just because I think they're going to get rid of Giannis before the trade deadline. But
you really think they're going to trade Giannis at the trade deadline?
I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of this team. They're not giving him any favors. Is he really going to stick around for this long and be like this willing to comply? They're not doing anything for him.
No.
Dame was a horrible pickup. They got Dame and said, okay, let's run a pick and roll. He's like, oh, Giannis was like, sorry, I don't set screens. Like, you should have asked me that before you went and got my secondary star.
I don't set screens.
He doesn't.
It's a shame.
It's a shame.
It's really a shame because you do that thing where you look at the roster, you put your thumb over Giannis, and you look at the other 11 guys, and it really bums you out. It gets real really fast. And they've been one of the most active teams in the offseason because
when AJ Green is in your top 3.
Like, let me find they not only re-signed all of their like fringe guys like Bobby Portis and Kevin Porter Jr. and Gary Trent. But they picked up like every questionably rotational like free agent wing on the market. I just was so surprised by how active they were.
It's a weird looking team, but I'm going to take him just for the Giannis aspect. He's still awesome, and he can go for a big number on any given night.
I get it. Kevin, are you a Giannis guy?
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? I like watching Giannis play. I like watching forces of nature, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. All right, is it my pick now? Unfortunately,
yeah, I'm thinking force of nature. I'm trying to think of who the next force of nature you can take, but there's no good picks left.
I'm going to take someone.
There's a good pick. I didn't even see this.
I'm about to take someone who's absolutely not a force of nature, and I'm going to take the Charlotte Hornets.
God, that's the pick I was thinking of. That was like the only good pick I saw left.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, there's one reason I'm picking the Charlotte Hornets, and it's to watch LaMelo Ball and to watch him take bad shots, which is going to be entertaining. It's going to be fun to watch him take bad shots for me.
I like the pick. Like, they're really building something there. Like, they have drafted pretty well. Outside of last summer when they got Kevin, you heard of this guy, T-John Saloon? You heard of him? He got picked like 6th overall last summer.
T-John Saloon?
No sense. Yeah.
Just kick him off the team now.
Not my favorite player, but outside of that, I mean, they got Brandon Miller. They got 4 rookies coming up next year. They spent a lot in the offseason. They got Pat Connaughton, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Actually, you know what? T-John Saloon, that's a basketball name. You know what?
You're in on it.
I'm in. I'm in on
Okay.
Tijon Saloon. With a
Okay, I
name
have some
like that,
questions
how
for you
can you
after
not be in?
Keep that train of thought. You will know why later.
Yeah.
That might be a sneaky pick that you just had.
No, it wasn't sneaky. It was just a flat out good pick. Like I'm excited to watch the Hornets next year.
Like when we look back at this draft, we're gonna be like, oh, in the 7th round, he got that? A sleeper, if you will.
Yeah, it was them or the Sixers for my last pick. And
Yeah.
I would say I'm gonna make up for it now, but I won't because I'm looking at who's left.
I don't even.
And
I
man,
forgot
these
who was taken. I gotta double check who
are
else left.
rotten. I will take the Miami Heat with my next pick.
All right.
What do they got? What do they got?
I'm intrigued
Homeboy
by a lot of their
Tyler?
young guys. I know that a lot of them are only good because they're on the Heat. But I think that they've drafted with a really fascinating lack of consistency outside of the Heat culture bit. They drafted like a project a few years ago when they got Jovic. And then they got the 4-year-old guy, college guy, in Jaime Jaquez last year. And then they drafted this guy just a few months ago, Kasparis Yakachonis, who I feel like seemed like a dumber LaMelo. Like he took even weirder shots.
A
And
dumber
he turned the ball
LaMelo?
over more. Yeah. And except
This
he's,
guy's unbelievable.
Lithuanian. And I think that I want to see how this somehow comes together and just scrapes out really weirdly close games. And you can make a face at my pick, but you look at what else is on the board and tell me what I missed.
I don't think you missed much at all, to be honest.
I'll tell you who you
You
missed.
used to be a Heat guy, Kevin.
I did. Well, then Jimmy Butler left.
I wonder why. Look at the roster we just detailed. Oh, and they got a guy Ware. They drafted him last year. I'm sorry, I skipped over him. They got Ware last year. Kel'el Ware, who I think is the best prospect of all these guys. I skipped over. They got Jaquez 23, Ware 24, Yakachonis 25. Ware is good.
It's true.
The Heat can draft, man. Well, only if they have like 2 superstars already on their team.
That's the thing. Like all of their guys that they have now, they drafted all of them. And they're all fascinating as prospects. But I think the Yakachonis thing can really. He was so bad in summer league. I don't know if you guys saw the numbers, but like he shot. I gotta find it. But Yakachonis like shot like 1 for like he put up like the Alex Sarr thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The Alex Sarr thing is crazy.
Oh, Alex Sarr.
I'm gonna find it.
He'll be great. I have a bobblehead of him in my room.
Yeah, he shot 0 for 11 from 3, and 1 for 15 from in his first game.
Nice.
But 10 for 12 from the free throw line. So maybe he's just one of those free throw magnets that Kevin loves so much.
Brad Wanamaker.
Wizards legend, Brad Wanamaker. And
Pitt legend.
What other teams was he on? Brad Wanamaker.
He was a Celtic.
Was he on Pitt?
That's the Celtics one is the first one I think of. Because the Celtics were pretty good there. He was on the Celtics for 2 years.
Warriors.
And then in the next 2 years, he split between 4 teams: the Warriors, the Hornets, the Pacers, and the Wizards. And he was on that really weird Warriors team with Wiggins and Oubre, where they lost in the play-in.
Yeah. I remember that. Was that when Tatum
a really
got
strange Warriors team? Because like Curry was really good. Like that might have been my favorite Curry season of the 2020s. He was really good that season. I thought
was that when he won scoring champ? Was that with Beal on the Wizards?
Yeah, no, Curry. Yeah, he won scoring champ. They both averaged like 31 a game.
Yeah, and Curry was like 0.1 more.
And I was so salty because Brad Beal got like hurt in the last few weeks. And what was his name? One of the guys on the Hawks who wasn't the Hawks, who ended up on the Warriors, like made fun of Beal for it. And I was like, ooh, and I never forgot it. Yeah, Beal had 30 or Curry had 32 that game. Beal had 31 in that season. Beal had 31 and change.
Yep. All right.
Bazemore. It was Bazemore. That's who it was.
Kent Bazemore, obviously. Well, that's ancient history now.
Obviously.
And the now is my pick. And my pick is the Raptors.
I was wondering where
Yeah,
they'd go because they are always towards the bottom of mine, just in terms of
they're at
aura.
the
Like they're
bottom.
always lacking.
in
Yes,
terms
they're
of
not. They, they can really struggle sometimes. But I'm putting my, I said I want to get a lot of younger players that are developing. That is Scotty Barnes. He's born in '01. It's crazy to me. Either way, they got Scotty. Brandon Ingram is an addition to their team. I like the Ajbaji. What's his
Yeah,
name?
from the
Ochi.
Jazz.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I
You
like
know
him
who
too.
I?
He's
You know who
jacked.
I?
Have you seen like his? He's like jacked.
Is he?
Yeah, I'll send you. I'll send you
Ridiculous.
all the pictures I have on my phone.
Yeah, send me a shirtless picture of this man, please.
The Raptors are such a strange team. And maybe this is the first year that I actually really want to see how it goes down up there, because they
Yeah,
really have themselves in a hole right now. And
big old
they
hole.
fired Masai after a very long time of him being their GM,
He was a
and
good
have
GM.
a lot of work to do. They have like 80% of the cap donated to the starting lineup, and the starting lineup we're not even sure is a playoff team in the Eastern Conference. So the worst
Yes.
out for him.
Hey, but Grady Dick.
Grady Dick.
oh, Grady Dick.
He actually had a pretty good sophomore season. He took a step forward. So I want to see. I don't even think
Yeah,
he's
he
a
played all
starter
right.
still, but yeah.
Good thing, good thing. Kevin?
I mean, at this point, I am not looking forward to watching any of these teams. So I'll pick the Kings.
Thanks.
They
Yeah.
still got the bonus, right?
Yeah, I was looking, and
Sure.
I have the Kings and Suns next to each other, and I was like, Kevin's gonna pick one of these two teams, and I don't really want either of them.
I just unfortunately, like, I don't know, like Devin Booker's like great. Maybe my sample size isn't big enough. I don't really like watching him play that much.
What is it about his game that leaves you wanting?
I don't know. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna withhold my opinion on that until I watch more Devin Booker games.
I used to say that, and then they were really good in the bubble, and I don't know. I stopped to appreciate it's like a scoring artistry, just the
Yeah,
ability to find and get a bucket anywhere. And I just respect that. I respect he's still there, even though it can frustrate us as fans when a guy is on a team that we perceive as a losing situation.
yeah.
But he's loyal to the soil.
He
He's
is.
been there for 10 years, by the way. He was in the 2015 draft.
I have a lot of
Wow.
respect for him for that. And also like the Olympics has also made me like Devin Booker a lot more. How he was just like, yeah, I'll just be the world's best role player
Yeah, man.
and be completely cool with that. Like it takes a certain type of guy to do that, and I really appreciated that. It kind of negated all the disdain I built up for him with all the Lucas stuff and the Lucas special moment.
He was not missing a three in that Olympics, dude. It was
He
fine.
wasn't. He was not.
It was a great
It made me-
experience. That was
it
like my
made me- it
favorite
made me think
basketball
that-
experience in a while.
Oh, missed it. But I was like, man, this dude's really a legend. How has his team not been good for 4 years?
Hmm.
Well,
It was already
3
starting
years
back
at
then.
that point.
Yeah. You know what? I changed my mind. I like Devin Booker.
Oh, glad to have
I
you.
changed my mind. I like watching Devin Booker.
Yay!
Devin, if you're watching this, I'm in.
So you already picked the Kings, by the way. So now you have to back up the Kings choice.
Yeah, you picked the Kings, Kevin.
Well, I picked wrong, and I should have picked the Suns. Moving on.
It's okay. You know what? I'm here. I'll move on for us.
Pick the Suns.
Either I take the Suns here or I take. There's a team I sort of want, because they're so weird. But I won't. Will I?
Will
I will take the Brooklyn Nets.
I knew it.
I?
I knew you were looking at him. I knew it. Oh my god.
I mean, I have to see what happens. Like, I've never seen a team get panned for a single draft the way they did. Having 5 first-round picks and the NBA community coming away with the feeling that you just put up a donut was like nothing else on Twitter that night. And I don't know, it's watching them draft just the straight like 3 like they could not stop getting these point guards who can't shoot. It's an archetype that like people theoretically want, but no one likes watching. And
No.
I'm not even sure it's something I like watching. I don't even like watching it, but I want to see how they navigate the lineup because they got Yegor Damon with the 8th pick, who
Yegor Damon?
I did not like him in the draft. I probably went too far. I did a mock draft and he wasn't even in my first round because I'm out on
Yegor?
those kind of yeah.
That's
Yegor.
dude, that's
It's
pretty. I'm
spelled
not gonna.
Egor.
I am in on the name Yegor.
Okay. I am in on the spelling.
How's it spelled?
I just told you EGORDEMIN.
No. Try again.
It's not demon.
Yes, it is.
And also in the background, there's gonna be like Cam Thomas and MPJ just doing their thing.
Oh,
That's a really like one of those guys is gonna drum up some fake all-star buzz, and I don't know who. I'll vote for him.
I'll throw a vote in. I'll throw my hat in the ring. Speaking of throwing my hat in the ring, I think we're starting the 9th round now, second to last round.
This is the 10th round, actually. There's only 3 teams left.
This is it?
Yeah.
There's only 3? Oh, those are a delightful 3. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm either going to go with Devin Booker or Bryce Sensabaugh, and I'm really, really torn right now because I love Bryce Sensabaugh. So
I'm realizing I'm
going to
have the last pick. So I'm like doing the math
I'm
right
going to take
now.
the Jazz and Bryce Sensabaugh.
Oh.
There's no real great reason. I think also there could be a
no.
lot of fun drama to be found around the Jazz. What, did you just realize you're getting the Bulls?
Yeah, I realized I'm getting the Bulls.
They're honestly not even. Well, they're not good. But
no,
you know what I mean?
but yeah. Sensabaugh is a great reason to watch the Jazz, by the way. Like they have like the Wizards problem, but they're a step of they have prospects that people like more than the Wizards prospects. People like the Wizards prospects theoretically, but the Jazz actually have guys people like watching and put up highlights. The problem with the Jazz is no one trusts their management. Your boy Ainge seems like he's sort of like he's going to start needing the Pat Riley dementia pill soon, and they've started been moving really weird. But I like Walter Clayton.
I like Walter Clayton Jr. too.
I like Filipowski, and I want to see what Ace Bailey does.
Filipowski.
I think there could be a lot of.
I'm in on Filipowski.
Kevin, are you in on every Duke guy? Like, are there any Duke guys you don't like?
Dude, I'm in on most Duke guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Who is I'm trying to think of an exception I can think of, but Zion, Filipowski, McCain.
You just, in my defense, you just named 3 dudes. Like, well, Filipowski maybe or not, but like, I mean, come on, McCain and Zion. Those are 2 very fun players to watch. I feel like most people are in on Zion. Well, maybe not anymore, but
buddy, the core documents are out there on Twitter.
They're out there, man.
And Paul picked the Pelicans.
They're my team.
To abstain from speaking on this matter right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. You still somehow, after all of what you've done, you end up with the Suns anyway.
And I will take with my next pick the Phoenix Suns.
Woo!
Good pick.
I'll watch Devin Booker.
I got to be honest. I don't think the Suns should be this far down. I know I literally just passed on them, but I mean, they still have Booker, who I like, and now Kevin likes as well. I think Paul always has.
You watched it live. I now like Devin Booker,
and they have a lot of they've. You could have done a worse job than they did at finding more young guys to supplant the Crater and Kevin Durant roster. You know, they could have done a much better job. They've done an abjectly bad job. But I like that they've actually dipped their toes into the draft pick well these last few years after having no picks that they all lost in the Beal deal. I like Malawach. That'll be fascinating to see how he develops in Phoenix as they have to turn towards rebuilding.
You know Malawach.
Oh, Duke guy. Yeah, Kevin's in on him.
I'm in on Malawach.
All right, Henry, any words about the Bulls? Any words about the Bulls?
With my last pick in the last round of the draft, I will take the Bulls. The question with them right now is, will they give Giddey the contract?
Dude, you're lucky my app's not working right now. Oh, connection to my AirPods.
I don't want to.
ruined-
I mentioned Giddy. I don't want to know what kind of sound you have planned. And I don't. Unfortunately, we all know what they have planned. Like they're just going to try to run back the same play-in routine that they've been doing. The classic, the Heat Hawks Invitational, and we also know what it's going to be. They have more NBA players than they're sometimes given credit for. I'm not juiced to watch them if I'm being real. I maybe it's because I just have just so much disdain for the way they run their team.
Valid.
Yeah, they're the epitome of Eastern Conference, especially in the 2020s.
Sad.
So let me see. I'll read off the teams. Paul drafted the Rockets, Wolves, Magic, Celtics, Pistons, Grizzlies, Pelicans, Bucks, Raptors, and Jazz. Kevin drafted. Oh no. His live studio reactions. This can't be good for me. Kevin drafted Clippers, Mavericks, Lakers, Cavs, Warriors, Blazers, Wizards, Hornets, Kings, and Suns.
Oh.
And I drafted the Nuggets, Spurs, Knicks, Hawks, Thunder, Pacers, Sixers, Heat, Nets, and Bulls.
All right, guys.
Boys, Kevin got me again. It happens.
Kevin got us again.
Kevin got us again. He took the Wizards from me, who I didn't think anyone else wanted.
Leave in the comments who won the draft and why was it Paul?
Oh.
Paul, you did pretty well. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with my heart so much. But Kevin, it's okay, and Paul for that matter. But I know you know a bit more about the draft than our dear friend here does. But I want to know what you think about some of these names. I have a few names written down that your little thought experiment reminded me of. A lot is in a player's name. Would Carmelo have been a 10-time All-Star if his name weren't Carmelo Anthony? Who knows? Maybe these guys will or won't have their careers defined by how cool or goofy their names are. But I'm curious to hear what you think about what some of the more recently drafted players, whether or not they'll make it. Paul, you've probably watched a bit more of them. Kevin, you are one of my name experts, so I really want to hear what you have to say about some of these.
I love names.
Yeah, I'll start with a little gimme. Cooper Flagg, what's he going to be?
He will be an excellent basketball player for a long time.
Paul, any counter?
No, let's see. Progressives. I hope he
Sure.
can be a 1-1. That's what you hope your first pick to be.
All right, guys, hear me out. VJ Edgecombe.
Ooh, I am out on the name VJ Edgecombe.
He's out on VJ.
Maybe if his name was PJ Edgecombe, then we could talk.
Well, the V stands for Valdez.
Well, I wish you told me that earlier.
I didn't tell you that. See, that wasn't part of the name I gave you, so that doesn't count.
VJ.
Yeah.
I'm still out. I'm still out on that.
I'm in on VJ.
I'm also in on VJ. I'm just checking that his name is Valdez. I hope I didn't lie just now. That's right. Valdez Drexel Edgecombe Jr. I am in.
Yeah, so
if I knew that, I would have.
Well, you didn't know that. That's the thing. He's also he's also on the Sixers. That might cloud your judgment too.
VJ.
See, listen. All you have are the names. Paul has a bit more. Con Knipple. What are we thinking?
I am in on Con Knipple, but you already knew that.
I'm half and half. I'm a little scared.
If you had to pick right now, what would it be?
He's a bigger man than you think he is.
I'm also in. Ace Bailey.
I think he'll be good. That's a good name.
I'm gonna say in, maybe not with the Jazz. That's part of the reason I picked him. I like the drama.
That's
he's
reasonable.
like almost like a what could have been for me, because his real name is Arias Bailey, so he could have been Air Bailey, which is cooler.
Oh, Ace, what'd you do?
All right, Trey Johnson.
He'll be just fine. The name Trey Johnson, it's a basketball name.
It's a basketball name.
But it's not a star's name,
Oh, he's got something to show you. You drafted the Wizards, you're gonna get plenty of him.
I wish I knew that. I would have said he was gonna be a multi-time All-Star.
You should have called us. I wish you knew that draft.
I had a friend through elementary and middle school named Trey Johnson, and he's a good guy. So Trey Johnson is in.
I will say I think he'll be in the league a long time. Trey Johnson, that's not the name of someone who gets bounced from the league. That's someone who will be around playing just fine for a very long time.
All right, tell me, this is the guy drafted just after Trey Johnson. Jeremiah Fears.
Ooh, last name Fears. You got potential for some pretty good seasons there. Fears? That's good. That's a
Here's
good.
gonna be
And Paul, tell Kevin what team is Fears on.
the Pelicans.
I am
Get it?
in on Fears.
Because I drafted them over you.
That's how women feel about Zion. Oh. Allegedly.
Women are not in on Zion.
Women
not
are
in
out on
Fears.
Zion.
They're not in on the Naruto tattoos. None of it.
Is it so wrong? Is it so wrong for a guy to have some Naruto tattoos? He likes Naruto. Naruto inspires him to be a better man.
I think he did say that, which, what happened to following your own advice?
Well, it is all alleged. Nothing's been proven.
All right. Yegor Damon.
Yegor Damon.
Just talking about this guy.
I like that. That sounds like a multi-sport athlete name. That sounds like a guy who can play basketball, but he'd also like kick some serious ass in baseball. I'm in.
I wonder if he played baseball. I'm like, he's 6'8", so
I doubt he's like Russian.
Not. Yeah.
Yegor Damon.
All right.
Colin
Colin Murray Boyles.
Colin Murray Boyles. Get him out of here. I don't want to hear nothing about Colin Murray Boyles. Keep these coming. I need more of these.
Paul, what do you think?
I'm out. Just because I haven't said that yet.
That's fair. I am in on him. Except he's on the Raptors. I don't know how you guys feel about the Raptors.
Well, I drafted them, so.
All right. After that, I have Cedric Coward.
That's true, right?
I am out.
I'm in because he's on my Grizz.
Derek Queen.
I'm in. You know I'm in. I'm all the way in.
Actually, I don't know if I can say I'm in.
Oh, Kevin, you scared him away.
He's such a good player. He's so good at basketball, but he's not a 3-point shooter. And are we really going to be working in the paint? Are we bringing that back?
Mid post.
I think he's going to do great.
Are we really working in the mid post?
High post. Elbows.
Elbow jumpers?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. I believe he hit a game winner in March Madness.
He did it a game winner in March
Off
Madness.
A jumper.
That is awesome.
He's from Baltimore. Come on.
A mid-range jumper, yes. And I mentioned
awesome.
3-point shooting.
All right, I got another big guy for you. Young Hansen.
In.
I'm in. I am in on Jan Hansen.
I am. Kasparis Yakachonis. What do we think?
Screw the Heat. I'm out.
Say it again. Say his name again.
Oh, me. I thought you wanted Paul to say screw the Heat. I'm out. Kasparis Yakachonis.
Kasparis?
Kasparis. Kasparas.
You know what? That is a very Miami Heat sounding name. And I think on the Miami Heat, he will play well. But I think he'll play well on the Miami Heat. And then they'll be like, this guy's pretty good. And then they'll trade him to another team. And he'll have a drop-off. And people will be like, oh, why isn't he playing as good anymore? It's like, well, because he had a Miami Heat name. Everyone knows that.
He'll either be a classic Heat rookie or Heat player that's good, or he'll be so awful. It's one of these two. It's just a matter of whether or not the Magic will carry into the second half of the 2020s.
Yeah.
All right, the last rookie I have from this past draft is the last pick of the first round. Yannick Conan Niederhauser.
That's up in the air for me. Yannick Conan Niederhauser? in, I feel like he'll have. I think he'll stick around a little bit.
No.
Niederhauser. Only because I can really imagine that really long name on the back of a jersey and people being like, look at how long his name is on that jersey. And for those reasons, I'm in.
Yeah, I can't remember either. His last name will be Niederhauser or Conan Niederhauser. I can't remember which one. All right, I got a
think
bunch
it's Conan.
of
I
other.
thought it was Conan.
I can't remember what it is. I have a bunch of other guys who've already set foot in the league. I don't know how familiar you are with their games, though, Kevin. Paul, I'm sure is. All right. How about the first pick of last year's draft, Zachary Richeche?
Yeah, he was the first pick.
He was the first pick in the draft.
How's he doing? I guess good. I can't. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I think he should have won Rookie of the Year. He was pretty good.
Oh, okay, good for him. Good. Wait, who had the first pick last year?
Atlanta.
Oh, that explains why I haven't heard anything about him.
Paul, in or out on Richeche?
I'll say in.
It's fair. I have some bad tweets about him that I won't take down because I'll go down with my ship. But I was not always in on him.
Me neither. But
all right. Now. How about Reed Shepherd?
In. Reed Shepherd. Yeah. In. That's a good name.
Bucket. Big Rockets fan.
Yeah, there you go. Reed Shepherd. We're in on Reed Shepherd.
Okay. All right. Stephon Castle.
Ooh, in on Stephon Castle. The name like Stephon Castle.
I'm a big fan. Loved him in Illinois, too.
All right. Rob Dillingham.
Ooh. In on Rob Dillingham.
I like him. Big bucket getter. One thing that worried me was, for starters, his defense. He's a smaller guy. Also, I remember in the March Madness in Kentucky, he shied away from the moment. So I'm gonna say out because I need to say out to somebody.
Ooh.
But I like him though.
I'm actually with you because I just have these images of him just in the back of my in the inside out portion of my memory when my little inside out
core memory
librarians not core, when the little librarians or janitors are just going through looking at every memory and look what they clean out. For some reason, they won't clean out this memory I have of a video of Dillingham warming up, and it looked like he was using every ounce of his might to jump with every jumper. And he just reminds of like the small guards. And you're like, yeah, man. Sometimes they're like me. They're not always strong enough to get that three to the basket. I hope he makes it. He has the aura moments we talked about, but I don't know. Got to be careful, small guards. All right, Bub Carrington. What do we think?
I am in on Bub Carrington. Oh, I am. You know what? I am in on Bub Carrington. I think Bub Carrington's going to be an excellent basketball player. I think he's already been an excellent basketball player.
How about Dalton Connect?
Dalton Connect? I am in on Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
Paul, what do you think?
I don't know. He had a weird rookie year. At the beginning, I would have said really in. Now I'm kind of teetering a little. I will say in just because I think he's a taller dude who can shoot and can learn better defense. But, I'd be careful with him.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because he was so bad at summer league. This last summer league in Vegas, and you don't really love to see that he's like a 25-year-old man. But I don't know. You hope the shooters are better with an actual creator like LeBron or.
Wait, he's that old? I thought he was like 22.
He spent 4 years at Tennessee.
He was in college for 5 because he started at the JUCO level.
COVID.
Yeah, he's 24. My bad, Dalton. And
that's for some reason a little better to me. I don't know why.
It is better. It's a year younger. You're totally right. But yeah, he was so hot to start the year, and then something happened. I don't know. Maybe it's just hard to be a shoot next to LeBron. He throws that freaking ball so fast.
Might hurt his hands.
He probably stubbed his finger. All right, a few older players. You mentioned them earlier, Kevin. Scoot Henderson. What do you think about Scoot? Just off what I told you in the last 5 seconds. You're out?
No, I'm in. I'm in on Scoot Henderson.
He's in.
I'm in. Yeah, I think he's
can't
gonna be
do it.
good. I think he'll grow into himself. I don't think he'll be like awesome, but I think he'll become a pretty good player.
All right. Derek Lively, what do we think?
I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. Jet Howard.
What?
Chet. I'm out.
Jet.
Chet,
Jett.
Jet Howard. About on Jet Howard.
All right. How about Jaime
Pretentious
Jaquez?
name. What?
Jaime Jaquez Jr.
I still think he's good. I still think he'll be fine. I think he's gonna. I think he's. I don't. Yeah, I'm in. I think even if he leaves the Heat, he'll still be okay.
Like Jaime.
Yeah, I think he's good.
All right. Last one. Tumani Kamara. What do we think?
In.
Can you tell me who he plays for?
He's on your Blazers.
He's on my Blazers. In that case, I'm in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for giving me more your name theory. I know we've traded thoughts on this over the years, how much a name actually counts to, how someone is at what they do.
I thought it'd be
I'm
out
sure
on a
we'll be
lot
right
more
about every one
players.
of these.
But these were some good names. I'm in on most of these guys.
Listen, NBA players give us great names because the parents are so sure they'll be NBA players from babies that they are sure to give us stuff to work with.
It's true.
And it goes a long way. And now all we really have left is I just want to hear what you got for us today, Kevin. It's Kevin's Minute. I want to hear what you what's been on your mind.
All right, we're going to have a
Kevin's
hypothetical for today's Kevin's Minute.
Okay.
Now, in this situation, would you rather be a samurai in Japan? You're a samurai and you're going into battle, and it's not looking good. People are invading, but you're at the top of your game. I am also a samurai with you, and the other Talking Paul cast member is a samurai as well. So it's the three of us going in. We're samurais, and we're about to go into a battle that is winnable, but it's like we have like a 40% chance of winning. It's not looking good.
Okay.
But we look awesome.
Okay. Or
would you rather be left in the jungle for 2 nights, and there are tigers around, but you have a spear and a bow and arrow and equipment to make fires, but these tigers are hungry, and they recognize you as a food source. But you have equipment, like you have an axe, you have fire starters, you have a bow and arrow, and you have spears. But these actually, you know what? I'm gonna up it to 3 nights for this situation. Either you go to battle as a samurai, or you're in a tiger-infested forest. It's just a regular tiger density, though, not like something crazy.
Paul, answer on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Samurai.
Yeah. Good
Really?
God. Your jungle one sounded so awful. And then you made it worse. Like 2 nights was already like we're already gonna die on night 1, and then you added a second night, and then a third night.
Well, but
No, I'll take my chances in battle, especially if I'm in my prime.
And then I'm with my friends too. I was with my friends in the jungle.
Yeah, last I checked, we're alone.
You're with your friends in the jungle. You're not alone.
But
it's the same guys.
No, they're both likely death scenarios, but it's a matter of how are we really gonna die? In our sleep while tigers eat us, or on the battlefield like warriors, which we most definitely are.
We'll probably be wide awake while tigers are eating us. And the thing about tigers trying to eat you is they don't try to kill you first. They just hold you. They'll hold you down with their big paws, and they'll be like, "Let me get a chunk," and they'll start ripping chunks out of your stomach, and they're gonna slurp up your intestines like they're noodles, and they're gonna have a feast, and they're probably gonna be pretty cute while they're doing it because tigers are beautiful animals, but Yeah, it would be very
I'd-
painful.
I'd rather take a swift chop to the gullet by a sword.
And there's honor in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is honor to that.
Wait, do the
And
tigers actually start eating with your stomach? Do they start eating your stomach?
They'll start eating with whatever part of you they want to eat. But I mean, I find it hard to believe that they're going to be like, well, let me give this guy a quick death. I don't think they're going to think about that. I think they're going to be like, yeah, I got him. Time to start eating him.
How many cases have there been of a
I
tiger
thought
eating
tigers like actually killed their ones before. I thought it was lions that just went straight to digging in. I thought tigers were like, swipe, you're done. Now I'm going to eat you.
Maybe you're right. Well, in this situation, you know more about tigers than me, and you determine how the tigers kill you.
Do I know more about tigers?
Well, tigers.
Well, in this,
I don't know much about tigers, but I know they're more solitary than lions are. So, would they eat you if you're just in a tent minding your own business, or is that infringing on their territory enough?
They'll if they think that you're the easiest food source, a tiger doesn't care that you're a guy in a tent. A tiger's going to be like, oh, there's a guy in a tent. Let me eat that guy in the tent because I'm hungry.
tigers be hungry.
Oh, wait,
samurai.
okay. Would you rather?
every time.
I have a new question. It's the same
Kevin,
tiger situation.
Kevin,
No, it's the same tiger situation, but it's tiger situation or chimps have taken over the world. Like there's as many chimps as there are people in your neighborhood, and they're ravenous. They're not ravenous, but they're regular chimps. Chimps are ravenous.
The other one, you can't make that one worse. You can't make the less desirable one worse if it's a would you rather. If we're playing would you rather not, this would be fascinating. But like, we're already not dealing with the tigers. If there's like chimps in townhouses and they're like basically outnumbering us, then that sounds like a terrible game to play.
Well, yeah,
and they're probably gonna do terrible things to us.
Dude,
they'll no interest.
They'll rip your feet off.
Rules.
They'll rip your. They will rip your appendages off, dude.
They're gonna rip our feet off. Like I don't want to deal with that.
They're gonna rip your feet off. They're
like getting the mail.
They're gonna tear off your eyebrows, probably. They're gonna eat your nose. Chimps are brutal. They're our closest animal to us, and it shows. They're brutal. They're brutal creatures.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, you go first. You finish your yawn, and then you go first.
But it's that or the tigers.
Yeah, I'd probably go tigers. I don't want to live with monkeys.
Wait, is it tigers or monkeys?
Yeah, in this situation, now it's the tigers or the monkeys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were replacing the tiger one with the monkey one. So it was still samurai or monkeys.
No. Now it's the tigers or the chimps.
I'll go tigers. It's just three.
You're in your house now. So unless you think they can break down your door, in theory, you can make it through. Let's say it's a whole week, though.
As opposed to 3 nights. The tigers is the week?
No, but dude, I feel like the chimps are going to break your windows.
Dude, screw our windows. They took over our society. Like, that's the rest of our lives we're talking about.
We're subservient to these chips.
You need to change your lives to deal with this. Instead of just hoping that tigers are too sigma for us for a week, I'll take my chances in the jungle.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, but
I'd still rather be a samurai with my friends, though. That actually sounds like a good time.
That sounds pretty cool. Paul, have you heard?
There's still a 40% chance of us living, which is pretty awesome.
Kevin does all the time, where he's really good at raising the stakes to these would you rather's until they're basically unlivable.
Yes.
No.
It's just a pile, and then another one.
It's the word he does for like on a car ride. Where one time we were talking about like what would happen if there was 6 inches of water forever, like around, how hard that'd be to live. And then we're like, what if there's a foot of water? And then here comes Kevin from the backseat of the car saying, no, what if the water goes as high as Mount Everest across the world? So the experiment's ruined. Like,
no, you can live in a boat. There's houseboats. You can fish. You can live in a houseboat. There's a week of prep time. I told you guys. In this situation,
it's like Vegas. Humans weren't meant to live on Everest. We're all basically living on Everest. It's just as cold and just as high.
You could acclimate to that. You could have a big coat. You could have a big coat. You could fish.
All right, that was Kevin's minute. I'm sure that lasted just within a minute. And this was Talking Paul with Kevin. It's been a great time. Going to talk about some of the teams during the offseason. It's been a really brutal summer for drama and news. We've done the best of what we have. And safe travels, fellas.